We're going into the regular agenda for the political speakers, and we have David Bowen. Here you go, David.
What's up, David?
Glad you're with us.
Thank you so much. Make some noise for the Rural Caucus, everybody, please. First annual Wausau Grassroots Festival. I am State Representative David Bowen. I am first vice chair of the Democratic Party, and I'm honored to be here. I'm excited to be here. It's been a while before I had a chance to get to a district that went majority Trump. Okay? So I need to make sure that I'm doing that even more, because that means my message of what I have to say has to reach the right people. Right? We have some progressives in this room. Make some noise. I saw my good friend Mandy Wright, who ran for state assembly last year. Can we make some noise for her, please? I want to make sure I am very respectful to the lives that were lost just recently. Can we have a moment of silence for the victims, please? Thank you so much. It is so important that we recognize that we are losing lives in this country. And sometimes we forget that there's a mass shooting in our country every day. That we are losing a lot of people due to inaction, mostly. And we get caught up in this extreme debate where you can either support having a constitutional right to be able to bear firearms and having common sense. And today, I think we have a chance to really push that, and it really comes in line with 2018, because we definitely need to make sure that we are reaching communities and making sure that they understand that we're not coming to take away anybody's firearms. We're coming to demand that we can have safe communities, that we can have individuals that will responsibly be able to carry a firearm and not use that firearm the wrong way, taking out innocent lives. If you know me, you know that I get a chance to represent a very diverse district. I get a chance to represent Milwaukee and the village of Shorewood, which is a suburb right on the lakefront of Milwaukee. And it's really awesome the amount of community we have in our district. We get folks to agree that come from very different backgrounds, that live in very different kinds of houses, mansions on the lakefront, multi-family homes on the other side of the district, folks that make probably well over six figures, folks that are working poor. And we can all agree that there is a real culprit that is that is out, that we need to make sure that we address. And it's been affecting a lot of our communities. And I think in 2016, we were able to see folks that were so frustrated with politics that they were able to say, screw this. I don't even want to participate. I don't even want to be a part of something that really won't even benefit me in the end. And we do have that chance to change that dynamic, to really show that we have elected officials with Democrats on their name that are willing to push on real issues that affect real people. You can make some noise for that. So I only got 5 minutes, and I don't want to take all of it, because there are some very, very important folks that you have to hear from, some that are running for governor, one named Martha Lanning that runs the Democratic Party, and I want to make sure I get out of the way, but I do want to talk about some of the things that we need to do in 2018, and sometimes having that reality of what we're really dealing with and coming back, not being on the moon, but getting back to reality. We have to highlight how some voters feel, and we have to recognize that. In a recent interview with some Trump voters, these were some of their responses. They said, we're living in poverty, or we're used to living in poverty. And they said people on benefits are driving better trucks than us. They said illegal aliens are not paying taxes, so we got to cut the strings off. They said people making decisions are not thinking of people who are like me. And it's interesting that when I go in communities in Milwaukee or I go into communities in Marathon County, everywhere I can find people that all feel left behind. Isn't that interesting? People commonly feel that government is not there to actually fix the problems that are affecting them. And it's important that we recognize that, because people are definitely dealing with a lot of pain right now. They're dealing with a lot of hurt right now. And we, as Democrats and progressives, have a chance to change that paradigm, have a chance to make sure that people actually hear us highlight the fact that the corporation that made the decision to leave your town screwed you over and screwed us over too. Right? They actually have to hear us say that when we removed our policies that put at threat the clean water that you used to be able to drink and the clean air you used to be able to breathe, that was wrong. We have to make sure that we get back to the basics. And I think we have that chance. I think we have some awesome people running for governor, don't you think? Anybody hear that? You hear that? You know what that sound is? It's an open primary. Yeah. Right? The Democratic Party of Wisconsin will not be putting their hands on the scale to benefit any candidate. We won't be telling you this is the person you're voting for. It's not happening. Because we are excited that we have leadership that's focused on people first, that's focused on the grassroots first. And we're going to put the power in where it really should be. It's not going to be in Brooklyn, and it's not going to be in Madison. It's going to be where you are. It's going to be where you are. And this election cycle will definitely be much different, and we're excited about that. We have organizers, and I'm sure Martha will get into this. We have organizers that are building relationships on the grassroots level, on a one-on-one level, earlier than we did before with the coordinated campaign. And we're excited that those young millennials are making their way around the state. And we will make sure that we get a chance to make sure that real grassroots organizing that has to happen will happen. And that we will build relationships, not just asking for people's votes, but making sure that we are accountable to the things that they need us to fight for. So thank you so much.
Thank you, David. Thank you. Okay, we're happy that Martha is with us and give us an update on what's happening in the Democratic Party in the state of Wisconsin. Thank you, Martha.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. It's so great to see so many wonderful people here today. People who really care about what's happening in our state. People who want to be sure that every child, no matter what zip code, no matter if they live in an rural, an urban, or a suburban area, is getting a quality education. The education that will allow them to provide for a family and to save for retirement. We want to be sure that workers are being paid a fair wage and we stop the attacks, like on prevailing wage and on other, the right to work, all of these things that are attacking working class families. We want to be sure that our environment is clean and healthy, and that our wonderful state, that so many people come here for tourism because of how beautiful our state, that continues, and that we don't have to worry about whether our children should be drinking the water or breathing the air, or all of us being affected by that. We want to be sure that we empower entrepreneurism in our state, because we know that when entrepreneurs start their businesses, they keep their businesses here. They don't take them somewhere else. So instead of being dead last, 50th out of 50 states in the nation, we should be working on empowering more Wisconsinites to start businesses instead of having Foxconn, who's a Taiwanese company, getting all of our tax money. So we need to do more, and I'm thrilled to see all of you are here, and this is what the party is doing. Well, first thing is, We got one heck of a primary that's going to go on here. We've got great gubernatorial candidates that are stepping up, and they're talking about the issues, and you're going to hear from them today. You know, you're going to hear about things that people can do to make people's lives better, and that's what our party is all about, creating opportunity and helping make everybody's lives better, not just those at the top. So we're thrilled about that. Second, we're thrilled about all the activists around our state. The Indivisible, the Our Revolution, book clubs, hunting clubs. There's all kinds of people all over the state of Wisconsin that are talking about the issues that really matter to them. And that's how the party is making a little bit of a change here. In the past, we reached out to our county party and our members, and we worked through them. What we're doing now is we have a state organizing director, and we have 6 organizers on the ground, and they are reaching out to activists all over the state. They are absolutely working with our county parties, but they are also working and connecting with the Our Revolution groups, or the book clubs, or the hunting groups, or the Indivisible groups. Anybody that's out there, we want to connect with them so that we can share that, hey, we're going to be going out and doing a day of activism, or, oh, hey, you're looking for information about DACA? We'd be happy to provide those talking points to you. Or there's an environmental thing. Can Martha put that out in her update for you? We want to be promoting things that you're doing, and we want to make that connection so that later when we have something going on, we'll share it with everybody and people can get active about the things that they really care about. This is President Obama's model. He came out the year before his election, and he got into communities all over the state of Wisconsin, and he found those neighborhood activism teams, those teams that were organizing around an issue they care about. And those teams stuck together. When we came out and said, hey, we want to connect with these, we found teams that were organized years ago that were still active. And that's the kind of model we need. We know that when you're organizing around something you care about, you'll keep organizing, and that's what we want to do. So I am thrilled to see all the groups here, all the people who care about the people here in Wisconsin, all the people who want to make a difference. We want to work with you. If you don't know who your organizer is, I highly recommend you check out our website, wisdems.org. You go under the party section and you'll see staff, and all of our organizers are listed there. We can share with you what areas they organize, because we have split up the entire state of Wisconsin. We have an organizer for every corner. I'll tell you one great story. One of our organizers, she was sitting in Amherst in a little coffee shop because she needed internet. And she was sitting in Amherst and she was making phone calls, and some ladies walked over and said, we heard what you were telling people. Can you share with us what you're doing? And now we have a neighborhood team right there in Amherst from these ladies who overheard her talking to some people in the coffee shop. That's the kind of stuff that we want to have happening, and we're really excited about it. We're thrilled to have the caucuses that are stepping up. I don't know if you guys all know, we got a great progressive caucus that's launched. They got 400 people strong. Matthew Larange and Tammy are working with that. We want to empower the voice of all of you, because when we all work together, when every team gets out there and we partner together, that's when we're going to turn things around. So thank you for organizing this. Thank you to the organizers. Thank you for helping highlight our candidates. Thank you for helping us find more candidates. I hope you're all thinking about running for office. There's a place for all of us. Thank you for everything you do, because with your help, we are going to send a very strong message that Democrats and the Wisconsinites are not going to tolerate what's happening in our state anymore. We're going to bring it back to the progressive Wisconsin we all remember, where an economy worked for everyone, not just those at the top.
Thank you, Martha. Okay, next, Tammy, tell us about the Progressive Caucus.
Thank you. Thank you, Grassroots Wausau. Nicely done. And thank you to the organizers of this event. These things are not easy. I don't know if you ever put on an event like this, but it takes a lot of manpower. And like I told Dennis, we're not paid. So we know how hard it is to do this. I am the vice chair of the Progressive Caucus. Now, when we wanted to start a Progressive Caucus within the Democratic Party, we were asked why. Why does your voice need a caucus? There's the LGBT caucus, there's the Black caucus, there's the Native American caucus, and there's a few other caucuses. Embarrassingly, I'm not familiar with all of them. But why did the Progressive Voice need a caucus within the Democratic Party? 2016. The voice of the people was not listened to. You were ignored. And look what happened. President Trump, God bless him, he's ours now. We have to keep him. That is unfortunate. However, God bless President Trump, because look at all of you here today. Look at all of you here. Look at the Progressive Caucus. The 400 people that packed that room that said, hell no, we need to do something, and we need to do something now. So that's what we're here for. We're here to help you do something, because we all know it's not easy. I started in cannabis activism. I didn't start in politics. I didn't even realize I had a seat at the table. I just didn't know. So that's our goal. The Progressive Caucus, our goal is to reach out to the citizens, to let them know that their voice matters, that they have a seat at the table, that our legislators have to listen to them. It is their damn job. We're done being silent. We are taking it to the town halls, to the public hearings, to the grassroots festivals. Now Wisconsin has a lot of amazing grassroots festivals. I'm learning about them now. We've got the granddaddy of grassroots festivals in March. So start telling your friends about that now, because this is really important for all of us to get excited, to have a good time, to meet each other, to do the fellowship with the rest of Wisconsin. We're not all different. There's different parts of this state. There's the rural part and the urban part, but we have so much in common. We are proud Wisconsinites, and we're taking our state back one town, one village, one city board at a time. We're getting our elected officials into office. Damn straight. Woo! Yep, go ahead. Make noise. Yep. We're getting people, just like you, regular people that just want to be great stewards of their community and public servants, to do the best interests of Wisconsinites. That's who we're encouraging, and we are very blessed because we have so many amazing Democratic candidates for governor, and a lot of people are asking the Progressive Caucus, who are you backing? We are backing every one of them. They all have amazing talents. They can all take on Scott Walker. What we're waiting for them to do is we're waiting for them to say to the Wisconsinites, why are you going to vote for me? What do you need from me to get your vote? Because that's their responsibility, to reach out to you for your vote. And they're doing that. They're coming to, how many Democratic candidates are at this grassroots festival right here? I don't think I would have seen that last gubernatorial election. They're here and they're listening, and that's the job of the Progressive Caucus, is to make sure that the legislator listens to the voice of the people, because the voice of the people is very progressive here in Wisconsin. So thank you all again. Thank you all to the candidates. Thank you, Nate.
Thank you, Candy.